My son and I, we were at the stationery store today, and we were looking at a bunch of things. This is a Platinum Preppy fountain pen, and it's a Maki-e limited edition. If you're new to fountain pens, they're fantastic entry models, these Preppies. I really enjoy them. They're also very cost effective. Typically, they run from anywhere between $7 to $10 on the Preppy. And this one, because it's a limited edition, it's a little bit more. This one's coming at 15 Canadian dollars. We were at Reed's, and courtesy of our friends at Reed's, they were kind enough to show us these pens, and well, it caught both of our eyes. I keep saying both, and you just heard my son there. He's joining me on this video to introduce this pen, and we'll do an unboxing, mainly because this is going to be your
pen.
Awesome. Do you want to just maybe talk about the current fountain pen you have?
Oh, sure, I'll take it out.
I'm going to slide this across and you can bring it right into the middle there.
So this is my current fountain pen. It's a LAMY.
It's a LAMY ABC. So this is designed specifically for kids.
It has my name at the top and my initials on the end.
Yeah, and if you undo it.
Right now I've got some very nice purple ink with it. And one of the things I like about it is it has a grip. And that's good for me when I'm practicing my cursive writing. This is my first fountain pen.
And now you've got...
Now I've got this one.
Okay, well, why don't we put away your LAMY?
Yep.
And we'll unbox this guy here. I'll let you do it because it's your pen. Why don't you just start with this side over here and open her up. I don't really care if you tear up the box, but... So the Preppies, while Ash is doing this, the Preppies, as I mentioned, are fantastic pens for beginners. And I think it's going to be really good for my son here, who's very much following in his dad's footsteps and getting into the world of fountain pens. So I'm going to zoom in here because I think it's really gorgeous detailing. It's beautiful leaves, I think.
Something.
And it's kind of in gold. It's got texture on this. So do you want to uncap it?
Sure.
You just, no, you just pull it apart first. Great. So I'm just going to show this on the camera. So this is a standard Platinum Preppy nib. This is the 3, which is 0.3, which is a fine nib. So it's going to be pretty fine. And then you can unscrew the body here.
This way?
Yep. Beautiful. And so it comes apart, and it comes with, if you just toss it out, comes with a cartridge, which is going to be probably filled with blue ink. Now, these are proprietary platinum cartridges, so I know you really like the color purple. What I would suggest here is that I think we'll put this in, you can run through the blue ink, and then we'll refill it purple ink with a syringe. How does that sound?
Sure.
Because I don't have any other platinum cartridges right
now.
Oh, they're empty. So it's just simple press in, that. And it's really cool because it's already discharged the ink right into the feed in here, as you can see. You can see all that ink there, Ash?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty cool, eh? So it's just going to take a moment to get into the nib. It's a stainless steel nib. Nothing fancy on these Preppies, but they're really beautiful writers. Do you want to screw that back on? Yeah, nice and snug. Cap that for you. The other beautiful thing about the Preppies is that the nib has a seal in there, as you can see. And so it's going to keep it nice and secure, and it won't let it dry out.
Oh, nice.
Which I know was a bit of a thing with your...
That's a bit of a thing with my old pen. Since I hadn't quite gotten into using it frequently enough, I would leave it for a month or so, and then when I tried to use it again, it would be dry.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, do you want to do a writing sample for people?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to zoom out. You can grab a notebook of your choice.
with my new one.
Your new traveler's notebook?
Yep.
All right. You can put it right into the screen there. We just set up Ash's new notebook here, so I think he wants to take this for a test drive. And you're on your dot grid. I can hold this side down if you want, and you can have fun with your new pen. You don't have to write. You can draw whatever you want.
So first I'm going to write my name. Right.
Well, that's really nice. How does it feel? Is it smooth?
Yeah, it's smooth. There is definitely something different than my other pen.
How would you describe the difference?
Well, writing with it, I don't know if that's just because it's new, but it feels, a bit more, kind of like it grips to the paper, like it's a bit more sandy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't disprefer that yet.
Right. So it's a little bit scratchy, maybe?
Yeah, it's a bit scratchy.
I'll try writing with it after just to see if I agree with you.
I think it's a bit scratchy.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. But ink flow is really good.
Yep.
It's definitely finer than your LAMY nib, for sure.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a graduation on that. Now, the Preppies do come in different nib sizes if you are interested. There's a 5 and a 7. I think the 3 is the finest. The 5 is kind of a medium. And then the 7 is a little bit broad. And now keep in mind, this is all in comparison to Japanese nib styling. So everything is going to be a touch finer. Mm-hmm. Just looking at Ashwin writing with it, it almost looks like an extra fine to me here. It's number 3. My experience with Preppies many, many years ago, I think I was hovering around a 5 at the time, but I also, at that point in my journey with fountain pens, preferred having an extra fine or a fine. Like your sketch. What are you sketching?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. It looks like a boy.
Yes.
With a sword, maybe?
B-O-Y.
Oh, cool. I didn't even notice that.
You start with writing the boy.
Yeah.
B-O-Y, and then you connect it to make the glasses.
Let's see.
Put the eyes in, nose, mouth. Connect that to that.
I'm so busy talking. I never see you do that.
Yeah. My friend taught me how to do that.
Nice.
I don't know, maybe he's writing.
It's kind of an interesting take on a writing sample session. Never actually sketched with a brand new pen here, so this is kind of really neat to see you do this. How's the grip feel? I know it's different than LAMY.
It's different than LAMY because it doesn't have like the places, but
You gotta again show it on the.
Right.
Yeah, so it's different than LAMY. How?
Because it doesn't have like the grip as you saw on my other pen. It was quite dense for the grip.
Here, I'll just reach over and grab your LAMY to show the comparison. So again, the LAMY actually, being a kid's pen, was very much designed with the idea of that triangular grip. So there's impressions in the rubber for the forefinger and the thumb. So this is, definitely a step up. And it's not, the Preppies are not necessarily kid pens. I would say they're beginner pens. Beginner fountain pens, although in some rights you could stick with them for the rest of your fountain pen journey and they would be fantastic pens. But I just want to stress the point that they're not kid only. They are for, I guess, all ages. So Ash took this for a test drive. And what did you think of the writing?
I thought it was, at first it felt not that great, but as I wrote, it got better, and I think it's a really good pen.
What would you describe that not great feeling like?
Well, at first it was a bit scratchy, a bit hard to write. It felt like the ink wasn't coming out quite right.
Yeah.
But then as I went, I think the ink just got its flow. And
yeah, not sure. Like your sketch, this is...
I thought it looked like Harry Potter fighting the basilisk.
Nice. This is a little bit of my writing off to the right-hand side here. So I found it very smooth, the nib. It's a black ink that we're writing. That's the standard Platinum black that it comes with. I do agree with Ash that the nib can have some toothiness to it in terms of the experience on the paper. And just, it's a stainless steel nib, so I don't prefer the number 3s personally. When I started with the Preppies, I gravitated towards a 5 and a 7. You happy with your new pen here, Ash?
Yes, very much so.
Nice.
I think it's a great pen. Probably good for me to start moving towards other pens generally.
Yeah.
Getting farther into the pen world.
Well, I hope you enjoy your new pen. Thanks again, Ash, for sharing your fountain pen journey with us.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure. I think I'll really enjoy the pen.
High five.
High five.
Boom.
Did we record it that time?